Yes, good afternoon and welcome to Sports Palava. We reach you live from Channels Television, and my name is Ken Ochonogo. We're going to start on a very low tempo because we are going to Brazil. But we won't go to Brazil now. It has to be in June. But then before then, the NFA, they said, yes, thank you, Eagles, you have qualified. But we are doing all that is necessary for us to win the trophy. And doing that, one of the things that you won't do, one of the don'ts of Brazil 2010 is your wives and girlfriends will stay at home. We don't want them in Brazil. They can be in America. They can be in Argentina. They can be anywhere. Take them to Russia. Take them to Australia. But no, not in Brazil. And that is what we are looking at today. The ban by the NFA of the wives and girlfriends of the Super Eagles from attending the World Cup in 2010. Is it right or is it wrong? I am the impartial umpire, and I tell you, we are going to look at it dispassionately. Has it been done before? Did it result to success when it was done? Or was it also same of the same? I want to start with the man who says, yes, keep your wives and girlfriends at home. Come to Brazil to play football. Tunji Balogun.
Ken, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good to see you again.
You think it is right for us to do this?
Very right, very correct. This is not the first time we are seeing this kind of a thing. It has happened before now, and Nigeria is not going to be an exception. And I want to start with the comment of Delima Ronaldo, they call him. He quoted Philip Scolari, the former coach, in 2002, Korea, Japan 2002, even though Scolari still is now the present coach of the Samba Boys, but he quoted him saying that any player who cannot control his penis is not a man, but an irrational animal. And because of that, he banned all their girlfriends, all their wives from the camp, and they eventually went ahead to lift the trophy in 2002 in Korea, Japan. So looking at all of these things holistically, we look at it that football is a team game and not an individual game. In an individual game, you can do whatever you like, but as a team game, whatever decision the team has taken, you must abide by it, because discipline must be instilled in the team. And looking at the team at this point in time, I think it's a good decision, because not only that, you look at a lot of things even happening at this point in time. You agree with me that we need such a thing to keep the team in right frame of mind, because discipline is part of discipline and we must abide by it.
We must keep the team in the right frame of mind. He says it has been done before with success, he cited. And then if we are to do it now, why not? But somebody is putting on red, and I tell you, she is ready. She says, what is this guy talking about? She is a rumbler. Blessing was
always nice to be here and tackling him back again. Yeah. He said something which Ronaldo said. Then I'll take him back to the chief coach, the former chief coach of South Africa, then a World Cup winning coach too with Brazil. He said something, yes. He said something too. Getting jiggy in Germany right then wouldn't have even cost any harm. Doing it a day before the game won't even cause any harm. It won't stop you from not playing the game. At the same time too, the only thing that can cause harm will be drinking, partying, smoking, not resting. So even when it comes to sports, it's always nice to have sex. You ease the pressure, you ease the stress through that way. I used to be a sportswoman, and I know how it's always been done. I follow most of our sport athletes closely, and there are some that will tell you, without it, we can't just go anywhere. So, for you, I think you should just understand one thing. It must go on. If you're actually an athlete, you got married last year, you're still like very new in the game, fresh in the game. You wake up one day and tell your wife, I'm traveling to so place to play, for a competition for 40 days, or even 30 days, or let's just put it a month, without her. How would she feel? Will you actually concentrate? That's the question I'll be throwing back at you.
That is the question he's throwing back at you. He said, yes, it could be done. It has been done before. So why, what is the stress? And then the World Cup coach says, partying, drinking, and other things are what contribute and not what you do with your wife.
Let me go by the coach of Chairman Christian Chukwu.
Yeah.
He said something that really struck my attention. and I'm going to quote him now. He said, another sure way to achieve success in the 2014 World Cup competition is for the entire technical crew to have an eye on the players. There are certain things the players must keep away from, like sex. We did it during our own time. In my days as player and even as a coach, I make it a point of duty to stay away from women, because sex has a lot of spiritual things attached to it. So Stephen Keshi and his crew can keep close eyes on these players by making sure that they keep away from sex totally. They will do very well. End of quote. That is Chairman Christian Chukwu, his comment. Looking at all of these things, it's just for a period of time. It's not that you're going to abstain for sex for for like a year or 6 months or so. You know you are going for a major competition, and the competition is like you are going to a war. You must guard yourself. You must prepare.
Tunji, when did Christian Chukwu play football?
He said it as a player.
As a player,
I didn't even say
no. When they were playing, how many years back? We are talking about football that has gone highly global, and even the technology behind football right now is higher. Excuse me, let me tell you something. Most of these same players
has not gone scientific with it.
But let me tell you something. He has gone scientific with it, and that's why he won the World Cup when.
Exactly.
And now still, Christian Chukwu we are talking about.
In December,
that's the question. I'll tell you the truth. Most of these players are professionals. They go for their training for various clubs from home. They still stay with the wife or even their girlfriends from home. I'm sure even when Ronaldo won his Ballon d'Or last week, you still saw his girlfriend beside him. It tells you something. Let me tell you one thing you don't understand right now. At times, when you don't have sex a very long time as a man, you become very heavy. Even as an athlete, you become very heavy. I'm telling you the truth. You become very heavy.
Yes. He's asking you this question, and I said, one, these players also